Hi, Patricia Knighten here in my Albuquerque, New Mexico home studio, just doing my module for anatomy movement test. The first module, starting with upper body, shoulder elevation and shoulder depression, shoulder abduction, shoulder adduction, shoulder circumduction. And you can put a strap in there and really open up those shoulders. External rotation of the shoulders, internal rotation of the shoulders. Shoulder flexion, shoulder extension. And scapula retraction and scapula protraction. Elbow flexion, elbow extension. Forearm supination and supine, forearm supination, forearm pronation, forearm supination, forearm pronation, wrist flexion and wrist extension, wrist flexion and wrist extension. Spine movement, starting with spinal flexion. So flexing the spine is trying to really round that out. Can be done all the way down. And spinal extension and a lateral flexion, spinal, can't see mine, yes, lateral spinal flexion and both sides, and a spinal rotation, which can be done with arms in all different positions, and that's mainly thoracic, but if you lay down, it becomes a lumbar rotation. Lower body, hip abduction, hip adduction, hip circumduction, all the way around, hip circumduction, and external rotation of the hips, internal rotation of the hips, external rotation, internal rotation of the hips, hip flexion and hip extension, anterior tilt of the pelvis, anterior tilt of the pelvis, posterior tilt of the pelvis, knee flexion, knee extension. Working with my video, knee flexion, knee extension, and ankle dorsiflexion, and ankle plantar flexion. Oof, feels good. Dorsiplantar, dorsiplantar. Foot inversion, so you can see it, and foot inversion and foot eversion. Inversion and eversion. That's it for me. I'll get better.